What's a doTERRA enrollment form? And are you going to show me how to use that today, Lance? Okay. Well, I'm exactly going to do all that and cover what an enrollment form is. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Hey, this is Lance McGowan with Essential Oils Me, and it's so important to know how to fill out stuff online because there is such thing called buyer's fatigue when you're going through some new online form process and you're like, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna pull out the hair that I don't have. So I'm gonna basically cover how to do that with doTERRA so you can feel empowered and not pull out any hair and look like me, basically, or not look like me. You get what I'm saying. I'm gonna cover that in the next section.
Hey, this is Lance McGowan with Essential Oils Me, and today I'm going to show you how to get started with a doTERRA enrollment form. And the first thing to do, if you haven't already done so, is click the link in the description below. But you can watch this video first so you can kind of get an idea for it, and then you can also, what you can do is put this basically on your phone as you kind of do this on the PC. And so fill out the form on the PC, but also play the video on your phone is a really easy way to kind of get started. All right, so what you want to do with step one is basically after you click the link, you'll see this little box right here. And the first thing that you'll want to click on after step two is the language, preferred language. And depending on where you are, we're just going to assume English for now. So you can click that. And then once you do that, step three is to click basically what state or country you're in. And so there's a number of global countries that doTERRA can ship directly to. If your country is not listed and you click other, which is a global access country, that means doTERRA does not ship directly to them right now, which means it would go from a doTERRA warehouse typically in the US, and then it would go to my house, and then it would go to you. So that is the other way if your country is not listed, which is not a bad thing. I mean, yes, you pay double shipping, but you get some of the world's highest quality oils and some awesome support from myself. All right, but anyways, if your country's there, which a lot of the main countries are, you can kind of see a little bit of the list here. That's going to be great. And if your country's not listed, again, don't worry. There is a solution that we can work out. All right, so after you do that, you click continue. And then step four is dun, 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 select how you would like to purchase your products. And so about 85% of people in doTERRA become wholesale customers. Okay, so there's no monthly order required. You get the option to receive 10 to 30% off your total purchase back and free product points. And you're eligible to receive doTERRA's free product of the month. And this is the lowest overall product cost and smartest way to buy. So a lot of people opt for that. Again, 85% of people in doTERRA do that option, which is perfectly fine. And then option B is to become a wellness advocate. So you basically get the same benefits as a wholesale customer, but basically now you can earn compensation and bonuses for sharing doTERRA products with others, and you're able to sign up a new wholesale customer or wellness advocate, and you get a free website as well. And so that is another option for folks, and about 15% of people in doTERRA do that. And then once you select what you want to do, we'll just assume wholesale customer for now, but you hit the continue button. Step five is basically just filling out your information. And so I'm gonna just pretend it's me. So that's really easy to do. So, I put my name, my address, my city, my state, zip code, the time zone. And then once I do that, then I will also put, if my shipping address is the same as my mailing address. That's really important because if they're not, this order will not go through. So you definitely want to make sure that that is the key thing that is there. But also you want to make sure whatever address is on your credit card matches these addresses specifically. We'll go to that screen, but whatever's on your shipping address, you want to make sure that matches what your credit card is too, because if those addresses don't match, it's gonna throw it all off. The matrix is gonna shut down. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, we can just make sure that's correct. All right. The next step, which is step six, is just filling out your contact information. So that's your cell phone or the best number to reach you, and then your email, and then you would just check the box for your birth date. You got to be 18 years old or older to get a wholesale account, and so that's the only reason that that's there. And then once you do that, you kind of scroll down a little bit, and then you can enter basically the enroller and sponsor, which is me. So my number is 651211, and just for your curiosity's sake, the number represents at that time how many people were in doTERRA as wholesale customers. And so I was basically the 651,211th person. So that number has now grown well over 4 million people in a very short amount of time, like 3 years. So doTERRA has grown exponentially. Basically, it's really cool to see. A lot of people opting for natural solutions. Very affirming on that whole movement of essential oils. That's right. Okay, so anyways, you can just put that information and you can hit verify ID. Just click those buttons right here just to verify that that's correct, and it says Lance McGowan. All right, so step 8 is enter your password, just 8 to 15 letters long. And make sure there's numbers in there too, at least one capital letter, one lowercase letter, and at least one number. I mean, a very simple password is just kind of like, your last name and the year, and then maybe some like special character if you want. But if not, you can just basically your just last name with the first letter being capital and then the year or something like that. But whatever you want to do. Clearly, obviously, it's your password. You just want to make it something that somebody won't be able to guess, but you can guess every time too. So, all right. The next, you'll just hit I agree to the terms and conditions for wholesale customers. All that. And so you can read what that says, but basically you're just agreeing to become a wholesale customer, and it's basically good. Your membership is good for a year, and there's nothing in there that is gonna you're just gonna be the best representative of wellness, right? So it doesn't mean you gotta sell the essential oils. It doesn't mean you gotta do any give over your firstborn child, or you gotta sign the lease to your house or your car. You ain't gotta do no. It ain't all that. It's just I just want to be a wholesale customer. Like if you signed up for like Costco or Sam's Club, you gotta do the same thing. It's just gonna be on paper. So, anyways, then you hit continue. Step 9 is your mailing address. So it's just gonna ask to confirm. So just make sure that you have that information is correct, whether you're inside the city limits or outside the city limits. Just verify that. But you don't, and so just make sure that's correct. Then you'll hit continue. And then step 10 is so you can select an enrollment kit, and I just have it on the main screen of what it shows. So you can click the family essentials and beadlet enrollment kit. That's the most popular one. It's the most affordable one, but obviously you can pick anything you want based on the 3 main things that I always talk about in my videos. But it is your health priorities, and it is your budget and your timing. And so obviously the time is right. If you're running through this video and you're also kind of thinking about your health, and the time is now to take it to the next level with the kit. But you can see there's other kits here. You got the oil sharing enrollment kit, the family wellness enrollment kit, the natural solutions enrollment kit, and these kits will change. So if you're watching this video like 6 months, a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years after this video was made, these kits will be like different. Even if it has the same name, the oils in it could change too, most likely. So this is just a really good kind of baseline or starting point for you, just to kind of get an idea. But when you want the kit, when you find the one you want, and you can base that off of other videos that you've watched of mine too. So that's probably going to be the easiest way to do things, is just watch my other videos. Okay, but you hit add to cart. But if you're like, hey, hold on, what are the kits you got over here, Lance? What you got? So you're just gonna hit that little arrow button on the right hand side here, and then that's just gonna show you another screen. So I'm just gonna walk through some of those screens. And so you got the Aroma Touch Diffused Enrollment Kit, you got the Cleanse and Restore, the Home Essentials, and it's going to change if you're in a different country too, so keep that in mind. You may not, whatever you see here, it could be different if you're in another country, but you just click the arrow again if you want to see more options, okay? All right, and then you got some other options. So like if you're like, hey, I don't want a kit, which some people say that, it's okay. There's an introductory packet, which is kind of what I'm highlighting over here. That's the $35 membership, and then you can add oils a la carte, 1Z, 2Z, 3Z to your order. That's another option. Nothing wrong with that. You don't save as much money doing that, but you can customize your kit more. But again, with any kit, the $35 membership is waived for the first year, so you save that on top of, you save a lot more than just picking things a la carte. So a kit, really, you save a lot of money with it. But if you're like, hey, I don't want any of these, let's see what other things you got. So there's more kits, obviously, and some of these are repeating a little bit now, but the point is you can just keep clicking until you find the kit that you want and then add it to your cart. All right. Anyway, step 11 is where you're going to now, I'm assuming that, whoever picked this, let's just say you picked the Family Essentials and the Beadlet Enrollment Kit, because that's the most popular kit. That's the one I started with. But you can obviously start with whatever you want. Home Essentials is a good one. Natural Solutions is a good one. They're all good, but really it depends on your health priorities, your budget, and the timing again. But clicking View Totals is going to be what you have to do in order to get past this page so you can see everything, and then pick your shipping method. So you can do standard shipping's like $6.99, which is actually very affordable, and then the other option is economy, which is like $3.99. So the standard gets to your door every time. Economy, if you have like a little separate post office box by your outside your home, like if you're the little mailbox things outside your house, then it will go to that location. And so economy is a good way to just save some on shipping, but it may not be at your door all the time. It may be in that little third-party mailing location outside your home. All right, step 12, after you've done all that, so you can see how much it is. So shipping, I'm assuming standard shipping for this one. Anyways, you get $6.99 in shipping, and then you get some estimated reward points there, and then tax is $12.23, and then so the total is about $170 for this particular kit for the US. All right, step 13 is now you're just going to verify. So this is where your information just needs to be correct. So ship to, we're just assuming we're just shipping to me in this case, but obviously it would be your address. And then the bill to, this is what the address needs to match on your credit card. So if your credit card doesn't match this, then this order will not go through. So this is very, very important. And they even note that here in the little red here, it says, please note that this zip must match the zip associated with the card being used. So again, this is very critical because some people, if you move, that's, clearly if your credit card expires, if you got a new chip one, or if the expiration date, expired, that's another reason why that this couldn't go through. If your card has been lost or stolen and then you got issued a new one, that's another reason. So cards issues happen all the time. So if your order does not go through, I would look at those three things. Did you move? Did your card expire? Was it lost or stolen recently? Or is the addresses and information not the same from what you're putting in here to what is actually on your card? So most people don't have a problem with this, but when some people do, it can be very frustrating. So I'm just trying to save you that worry. Oh, okay. Next, then you hit please save payment information. So if you want your credit card to be on file, it's a secure socket layer, so it's encrypted. Don't worry, your information is safe. I have mine saved so that I don't have to keep typing in my information every time, but that's optional. But I recommend, if you're going to do the loyalty rewards program, which I'm going to talk about, then that makes the most sense to kind of make it really easy. All right, and then you hit process order now and continue once all that information is correct. So step 14 is now your credit card information. So you just put your name, the credit card number, expiration date, verification code, and then once that's all correct, you would hit process order. So pretty straightforward. If you've ever ordered anything on Amazon or online, then this is going to be a breeze. All right. Anyways, step 15 is the screen that you'll see when you've hit success. So just verify that your shipping address is correct, your billing address is correct, the payment will be correct if you're seeing the screen. And then you'll see your order number, your doTERRA ID. So your membership ID is going to be important. So in my case, it's 651211, but your number is going to be different. And then just make sure your order down here is correct, that everything went through. And then you have a couple options. All right, so if you're like, hey Lance, I really loved your videos, I watched this one, I just want to get one kit and that's it, that's fine, that's cool. Then you hit no and I'm done for now. But if you're like, hold on Lance, I heard something about this loyalty rewards program where I can save a whole bunch of money and support my health and replace what's in my home with natural stuff. All right, you probably won't say it with that type of accent, but if you do, that's awesome. Anyways, you hit let's set it up if you want to basically earn points and save up to 55% off instead of just 25% off as a wholesale member. So about a third of members do the loyalty rewards program, just so you kind of get an idea of how many people do it. All right, so step 16 is basically it says, do you want to earn free product in the loyalty rewards program? Yeah. If you see the screen, then yeah would be the answer. But anyways, A just shows your ship date. So basically how it works is any ship date from the 1st through the 15th with any order of 125 point value or PV or more will qualify you for the free product of the month. Okay, so I recommend people choose the 5th through the 15th if those days are available. And you can see in this little picture here, the 11th day of the month is available. I would choose that day. And here's the reason why. Is because when the new month starts, it's nice to have enough time to change your order. And doTERRA does give you a reminder email, but if you don't check your email at all or that often, then just setting a phone reminder would also be very wise. I do that as well. Just I'm like, okay. I mean, actually, I do set a phone reminder, but I check my order so often that by the time the ship date hits, I've already changed it like 5 times because I'm like, I ran out of this, I need this, da 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 da. Here's my wish list. So I'm a whole nother story. But anyways, if you don't choose the first or the 15th, but you still do 125, you don't get the free product of the month. And so the first or the 15th is really the key window. And I would say if you can choose the 5th through the 15th, that would be even better. And the 11th is available, so I would choose that one. Clearly that's what I just chose right here. But anyways, then you hit shop monthly order setup, and then you go to the next screen. So step 17 is, this is just saying before we continue, here's some tips. Your first monthly order will ship next month, which basically just means that's your second order. Okay. And then your monthly order is set up and processes. You can edit your monthly order by clicking the gray edit order number button on your shopping page, and be sure to save any changes 24 hours prior to your processing date. So that is going to be key. You always have to save your results. If you don't save, go back in there and save it, because you don't want it to have something of a previous order and not be correct. Okay, so once you kind of understand that, you just hit okay. And then step 18 is basically, you're going to have to scroll down a little bit because it gives you a couple options right away, but you may or may not want those. Okay, so once you scroll down, you'll see your monthly order cart, and you're going to see this little, I'm pointing to it right here. It's just, it says enter additional item number or product name. So this is where you're like, okay, Lance says something about this lifelong vitality pack in his videos, and there's a 30-day money back guarantee and all this, and he mentioned enzymes, he mentioned probiotics. These are actually really important things that you need in your life. Even if you don't think you need them, you need them. I've done a blood analysis, which I have another video on that, and everyone's blood doesn't look as good as you think it is. So, and even mine, I eat super clean. I'm 100% plant-based, been so for 3 years, and I had some opportunities, let me tell you. Anyways, you see the monthly order LRP order processing date right here says December 11th. So that's just confirming when the ship date will happen. All right, so just make sure that's correct. But once you're like, hey, I kind of know what I want, let me just type it in here, you can do that. And then just verify that the preferred shipping method is the same. I mean, if you want standard shipping, that's fine, what you did with your first order. Or if you want to do economy shipping, that's also another option. So it just depends what you want to do. And then, okay, so once you type something in, so I just typed in LLV because that's one way that can come up. It's just an acronym. But if not, you can type in lifelong vitality pack, or if you have that item number, the pound symbol 214800001, you can do it that way. Now your product guide will have that information, or you can just type stuff in and figure it out. But once you type that in, it's going to basically populate a screen. And then, so what pops up if you do the Lifelong Vitality Pack? It's just letting you know that if you buy one US Lifelong Vitality Pack, then you can save basically on other supplements that they have. So what I always recommend is the enzymes, because it helps break down your food. So if you eat any cooked food during a meal, this is going to be extremely important. And that is going to be something that I just say everyone should just have, regardless. And PB Assist is the probiotics, so it builds up the good gut flora, the beneficial bacteria, and so you save some money. And so normally it's like 40% off ish. You save a decent amount, and so I just put one for the enzymes and one for the PB Assist. So that's really what I order every month. Like I get the Lifelong Vitality every month, and I get the enzymes and probiotics because I need, like personally, like I need to support my digestion. So these things help me a lot. All right, next I'm gonna hit update kit, and that is what's going to basically be shown on the next screen. So you see here the Lifelong Vitality Pack is there. You can see, the point value, the price right there. If you don't want something, you can hit the remove X button. But you see I've added some other stuff here because I want to get my order for my second month to 125 points, because that's when Lance is going to give me a free essential oil guidebook, which is worth $30. And then on top of that, you get the free product of the month. On top of that, sometimes they have some specials where you can get some other free stuff too. But for this particular case, we're just going to assume what you normally get, which is a free essential oil guidebook from me, and you also get the free product of the month. When the volume, so I'm gonna point to it right here. So the volume has to be 125 or more, not the price. The price is going to be more because of taxes and shipping. Okay, so price is going to be different than volume. Just making that clear distinction here. Okay, so volume is also known as point value. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So I added some other stuff. You can see I added some Serenity, some Wild Orange, some lip balm. You know, gotta get them lips soft. All right, I don't know where that came from. Anyways, that after you do that, then you're gonna hit view totals and you can see the total price. So when you do that, that's what that step is going to show, and it's going to be more, just consider taxes and shipping with everything. And then similar to your first order, just verify that the ship to address is correct and that the bill to address matches the address that's on your credit card. So I'm not going to go into that big spiel again, but just make sure everything matches there. And then if you want to save your payment information, just click that check right there. And then when you hit process as scheduled on that date, it's just going to go through on that date. So I would always recommend updating your order at least once or twice before your ship date. I mean, like I said, you get an email from doTERRA like beforehand, like a couple days, sometimes 4 days in advance, depending on just whatever. But like you have plenty of time to check your order and update it and make it whatever you want. And I always have a wish list of things that I want. Most of the time, it's in my head just because I just know what I need because I've been doing this for a few years. But if not, just write a little wish list of things that you want 30, 60, 90 days out, and then just update your cart with those things. And the easiest way to do that is just to have your health priorities listed and then just have natural solutions that will help with those items. And so that's the easiest way to do that. And so that way you're spreading out your orders, and that way you can kind of maximize all the savings and little freebies and stuff that doTERRA has. Okay, so once you hit the process as scheduled on 12/11, then you can say congratulations. Well, I'm gonna say congratulations. So congratulations, welcome to the Terra family, and you're definitely on the right track to improving your health and increasing your quality of life, and just really just I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Like you watch this whole video on me just talking about something that probably seems really dry and boring, which is like some forms to fill out online. But I wanted to do this video because there's something called buyer's fatigue when you're online. Like when you have to click through a lot of screens that you've never done before, it's kind of like, oh my goodness, what's going on here, right? And then if something wrong happens, you're like, oh, my credit card didn't go through, but I know I have money. You're just like, what the heck? It's frustrating. Like I don't have any hair, but if I did, I would probably pull some out, right? So that is the reason why I created this video, is because it can be very frustrating to order things online on a website that you've never done before, or if you have done before, you maybe forgot how to do everything. And so hopefully this video is really helpful for you. And hopefully the online screen that you see doesn't change too much from what you see here. And so I may do an update video in the future if it does. But if not, hey, at least you have something to kind of baseline your experience and go from there.
Form from doTERRA is really great because it's step by step and it's pretty straightforward, but I just wanted to kind of go through it. And it's also available on my website as well, so you can check it out there. But it's cool. It's the best way to kind of do it on your own, which is fine. If you're tech savvy or you filled out a lot of stuff online before, this is going to be easy. If you're not tech savvy and you don't like filling out forms online or in general, then doing something over the phone with me, or even taking a picture of an application and texting that or emailing to me is another option. There's lots of ways that you can place an order and still use technology, or just not have to do it yourself. I'm all about service, so it's cool. But at the end of the day, it's what is going to best help you, and that is what's important to me. Well, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can watch more videos like this one, or check out some of the links in the description box below so you can watch more videos.